Nick with MacSources.com, and we are at CES 2018, and I'm here with Dave at ReSound, and he's going to tell us a little bit about their hearing aids.
Hi, Nick. Thank you. Well, we're delighted to be back for the 5th time to CES. In 2014, we launched Lynx at the time, which was the first iPhone-enabled hearing aid that enabled connectivity directly between the iPhone and the hearing aid that was programmed by the professional at this point. And what that really was trying to address the issue with hearing loss where only about 30% of the people who have a hearing loss actually do something about it, despite the fact that hearing loss affects roughly 10% of the world's population. So one of the things we wanted to do in 2014 was to make hearing aids a little cooler and try to give the hearing aid user their ability to be as addicted to their technology as the rest of us are.
So with it made for iPhone, they'll never actually have to take it out if they own an iPhone. They can continue to listen to their music, Siri, podcasts, whatever they're doing normally, but through their hearing aid.
Exactly. Two very important use cases for hearing aid users are telephone and television. And what we've done with that initial product from 4 years ago was enable them without the need for any intermediate device. We really pioneered this area to be able to stream phone calls in both ears through their hearing aids, and then using our television streamer to be able to directly transmit the sound from the TV to their hearing aids. But more importantly, to the point that you raised, any app that has audio at all, whether it's Siri, whether it's navigation, and you want to have the navigation instructions discreetly streamed to your ear, whether it's a movie or music, all of that is done directly between the phone, or in this case the iPad, and the hearing aids.
And being made for iPhone, that means no more taking your phone, sticking it up to your ears and hearing that horrible
Exactly, no whistling when you're doing that. And so that's where we were 4 years ago. We're delighted this year we won 3 innovation awards at CES for wearable tech, for accessible tech, and for tech for a better world. And what that is our latest product, Lynx 3D, and this product extends that capability to the made-for-iPhone technology to include the ability for the audiologist or the fitter to remotely reprogram the device after it's been initially set up in the clinic. One of the things, as an audiologist in my 35 years of practice, that I found was it's often difficult for me to understand exactly what types of real-world environments the patients are encountering. And I can't follow them around 24/7, nor do they want me to. But the issue is even if I try to simulate environments in the clinic, it never quite replicates what their environment is like in the real world. This enables us to go into their real world at the moment in time where they're having difficulty. They can use the app to initiate a request, and we can maybe walk through this in this case, that in addition to all of the other features that they've had before, to be able to make adjustments to the hearing aid, to turn the volume up and down, to even make adjustments to the bass and treble, and to geotag the locations. So if we're here at CES and we want to use the geotagging after I made an adjustment that improves on the clinical settings, I can save that, store it, and it will automatically restore next time you come back to this exact location. What we found, though, is a lot of the individuals don't want to do it themselves. Right. They want to feel that the role of the professional will give them a better optimization. So with that, what we launched here was the ability for them to request assistance of the hearing care professional. To start that, we still aren't trying to eliminate the role of the professional, because we have 3 screening questions that say, has my hearing changed? Does the hearing aid seem like it's broken? Or is it uncomfortable in my ear? All of those would require a face-to-face office visit, but assuming they say no, then we go into the telehealth piece.
And so basically what this is doing is it's making it more convenient for the user to be able to have their hearing aids, get the settings that they want, and if they absolutely need to go to the hearing aid professional, they still can, but it gets them the ability to make changes that normally they just wouldn't make on their own.
Exactly. We know that on average, a new hearing aid user goes back in to see their hearing care professional up to 6 times in the first year. Many of those visits require face-to-face, and that's part of that bonding relationship between you and the patient. But some of them can be handled, we think, in this remote capacity through telehealth, because one thing, you mentioned it, that the issue is that sometimes the patient may think, I'd like to go in, but I don't want to take time off from work. I don't want to drive 2 hours to go see my hearing care professional. But if I could make a minor adjustment, we can actually better optimize the outcomes using this technique.
So is there anything else that you can tell us about this particular model? You guys have two, right? One is a battery and one is rechargeable.
Exactly. We do offer both rechargeable and standard zinc air battery solutions. Different people have different preferences and priorities for what they'd like to use. I think the key thing on the telehealth that we're using it is to make it convenient for the end user and for the professional, so that by using this momentary assessment, so let's say we just walk through this and we say, I'm in an environment where sounds are too loud, it's just too uncomfortable here. I say next. In certain environments, I don't have a CES environment, so I'll say noise, and I'll come in here, I'll say it's annoying, both ears, all around, and I can send that. I can send a note, and I won't bother you with my poor typing skills now. I can send that request. It goes to a secure cloud. We're using the Microsoft Azure cloud that is HIPAA compliant, so it ensures data privacy, patient confidentiality, and then the clinician receives the notification that I'm having trouble. They can say, I'll get back to you within 24 hours, within 12, whatever they want to say, and then they make an adjustment, and in turn, once it comes down, I get a notification, and I can say, I want to install it, and it's just this fast. A note from the clinician, I say continue, put the hearing aid and the phone, and that's all I need. Accept and install, and you'll see you can do this on Wi-Fi or on cellular only. Some systems require a Wi-Fi connection. We don't. You can do it just on the basis of using the cell service alone.
And the app is available in just the App Store, or both Apple and Android?
Apple and Android. So the issue is that this function is available for both iPhone and for Android, as well as the control features. The one difference is in terms of streaming audio, as I mentioned, only on the iPhone, unless you're willing to use the television streamer. We can use Android and stream for TV, and then also for that phone connection, you can use the remote microphone and a phone clip, and it will work on an Android model as well.
Awesome. If there's anything else you can tell us about it, or are we?
We have a Power Enzo 3D as well as Lynx 3D, so we can meet any hearing loss, any style, any form factor. This is available for both custom and the behind the ear and the receiver and the canal devices at different price points. We want to democratize the ability to use this telehealth service regardless of your budget or your hearing loss.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much.
If you are looking for an awesome pair of hearing aids, go to your audiologist, talk to them about ReSound, or go to resound.com.
Yes.
And check them out there. I actually suffer from hearing loss, and I'm going to be testing these very soon. So you can also watch on MacSources for our full review of these wonderful looking hearing aids.